In 3, 2, 1, go. But most of the thing is just moving with, or everything is just moving with the mouse, just dragging it in different directions to get Lara to jump. And yeah, slowly but surely we get to introduce the puzzle elements like moving platforms and so on. But here you also see me jump back there once, it seems unnecessary, but actually it makes the platforms instantly move to position if I can move at all. If I wouldn't do that, I have to wait for them to move from one place to another, which takes a long time, and we're going fast, so we don't do that. Now instantly on level 3 we are introduced to breaking grounds. It means if I step on the same cracked ground twice, it breaks. So far it's not much to think about. No puzzle. Moving on, we are now combining everything, levels, cracked ground and so on. Cracked ground. Hello Kenza. Nice to see you. Also, the mechanic will first come to play in next world to speak. Yeah, now we got the first of 3 keys, which is the first thing. Yeah, the story is as simple as it goes. We are going after this thing called the Atlas of Beyond. Nobody knows what it does, but it's magic, so we get it. Probably worth a shit load of money as well. So we need 3 keys to get that item. And one is in... well, one we already got. Start. Then we're getting one here and one next world. And here we are introduced to the first enemies, which are snakes. I can try to not to die to the snakes, but I won't promise anything. Because the snakes only attack one square in front of them. So if I step there, I just die. Start over. They should not be that much of a problem. And yeah, I also actually have the world record in this game, which I got by accident more or less, because I was only trying to make a PB video so I could actually get a time on speedrun.com for this marathon. It ended up being a world record, so I guess I'll take it. After that I also improved my PB a bit, but the interest kind of died down and it was this easy to get a world record, but I still could shave like 30 seconds of it or even more. Because I think this is one of the levels where the other mechanic I'm gonna use is, it's thing is that during the like half time, or how to speak it, okay, not on this level, but while they're loading different sections of a game, I can still, Lara spawns before the camera does, which means I can actually move in the dark, which I will try to use as much as possible just to, well, we're going fast. Then I was also gonna take a new route that I discovered during one of my practices, if I don't die like that. So yeah, Soul Blades. Also a good thing to note is that Lara moves before everything else. Everything is turn-based in this game, but Lara always moves first. Which means that we can't move to a place where the blades are going to move to next round, or where they already are. Not that hard, it's just drag it a little bit wrong and she can climb down into a blade instead of where I wanted. Yeah, that was the new route. Going straight down when I get up on top of the tower instead of... First time I actually just jumped back and forth a while. And a lot of... Now where... Or what... Trying to say here is that a lot of levels where there are saw blades, there's a lot of moving back and forth just to get the saw blades out of the way. Yeah, now we're introduced to the next mechanics, which is a spear. This is the strongest weapon ever, like, don't mind if you... whatever. The strongest weapon there is in this game. You have to see why on the end of the run, but so far the spear is just like an... If I stand on the same square as an enemy and there got nothing in the way, I can throw it and... well, kill everything with one shot. Seems like I actually almost put this into muscle memory and not actually memory in my head. Also, that thing that Lara did now is something I want to avoid. It's like a random occurrence that does this acrobatic thing. And she climbs up, and those take long. I don't want them to happen. Anyways, a bit of unnecessary movement there, but nothing dangerous. This is also a level whose I have had some troubles with, always taking some detour, making the level a bit longer, but yeah, also one thing yes, perfect explosion slow. Yeah, one thing that the devs also did to make the game harder was to put unnecessary movement bases here and there. But yeah, now we're introduced to the second enemy, the lizards. So the lizards, they do the same thing as the snake. If you're one block ahead of them, they kill you, but if you're 2 blocks ahead of them, they start to hunt you down. So cracked ground will come to play quite a lot now. We're just getting the lizards to stop following you, because we don't want them to follow us all the time. Sometimes we want, but not every time. This is a level I messed up a few times in practice, but seems like I remember it this time at least. So yeah, like I said, Lara always moves first. No matter what, she always moves first. And levers and stuff does not count to our movement term. Means I can like pull them how many times I want without enemies moving. And here we got Mama Snake. Gonna show yourself a cliff. Oh, really? But yeah, Mama Snake did not like us, but she helped us for some reason. And there I actually got a thing, like, I believe there's a few frame perfect input, like GIFs, if you want to put it like that. But when you start the level, you can, if you jump at the right time, Lara will not stop on the first one, she will immediately jump to the second square or movement block. Same thing is gonna be in play when I start to move things around. This is also an interesting one because she runs over a bridge. You think you would be done, but nope, we got more. More of the level, who's relatively unnecessary, but well, cutscenes are longer than our movements. So. Again, we're gonna go fast. And there we got key 2. Making us soon done with world 2 as well. Moving on to the longest world. But most levels at least. I have not timed it to see if Maze of Stones is longer than world 3, but... still, it's rather long, and spiders are one of the worst enemies in the game. Not because they are hard or anything, it just takes so long to wait for their turn to be done by moving. They are just moving in the same line all the time. Somehow they are really slow, and we don't like being slow. And enemies also, all enemies kill you in the same way. If you're one block ahead of them, they will kill you, or if you walk into them. What else is there to say about this game? Yeah, there's actually collectibles in this game as well, like random pots you're gonna break through the levels. But I've collected all of them already, so they won't be visible anywhere, so nothing to worry about. The game doesn't have any other category than the any percent. Means we will only do the original 5 chapters. We'll not do the bonus chapters at all, because those aren't in the run. There's no category for them or by collecting anything. And here we start to see that platforms are slow, which is pretty sad. This level in particular, you have to wait for platforms quite a lot. This level in itself is not that annoying, but I've had some troubles with this. But the next one coming through this doors, I've been having no problems with. There we go. That went flawlessly. Now and then I have to redo that blade to get in the right position, but this time it works fine. And now we're gonna be introduced to pushing blocks. It's quite a hard level to introduce something new, I would say, but at least on a casual run. But we don't have time to worry too much about mechanics, so we just walk through that block. I don't know if that counts us out of bounds, but I don't think so. Here again we got spiders, because spiders. Spiders are one of the most helpful features there is in this game. Stop. Oh well, a few extra steps, don't want to start to touch it. There's also a level I had real trouble with on the casual run. Somehow I only failed once after my casual run, so we don't talk about that time. Here you would think the bridge is done, but it's not. Because someone removed the first part of it as well. Here we get introduced now to pushing blocks around. They also got a frame perfect input somewhere that you can actually move to the sides and backwards before you have finished pushing the block. Like there. I'm not entirely sure when to move to get that frame perfect input, but it's there. We're also soon coming to one of the longest levels. It's just really slow level overall. So there's some other moving back and forth and pushing blocks and all. Also, pitfalls is apparently only one block deep, and Lara dies by some reason after walking into them. I think that was faster than waiting for the block to fall through, but I've not tested that yet actually. It's a lot of untested things. Was that a lag spike? Hope not. Also, this is also an interesting level on that point where if I miss a cycle or walk a step too far, the spider you can see up in the corner there is gonna be in the wrong cycle and will block my path one. So yeah, now we're gonna build towers because we like towers. The only thing we like towers more than anything is going fast and not dying. And there we go. That level finished. Here we're gonna have the lizards actually start helping us with platforms. Because, like I said, they follow you, so you can have them press buttons for you. Now we're gonna go down again because we're gonna leave our little lizard friends sitting there. So it's actually slower to kill the enemies than walk around them. Most of the times. Or better to say that you prefer to walk around where you don't have to kill the enemy. This is also a perfect example with unnecessary items in the level. The entire climbing part up to that push block and that pillar is entirely unnecessary. So we just do that instead and be done with it. Magic. Anyways, now we're gonna go to the slowest mechanic in the game. Stone blocks and the like original Indiana Jones reference as well. Hunted by stones. And this is a bit annoying because sometimes you can get it real good, but otherwise the stone slows down when it rolls over enemies, which makes everything go slow. So once I've actually got this, so I could just run the entire path. Again, I'm not sure if it's a frame perfect input or what, but it should work somewhere. This is a level where you casually can't go fast because then you're gonna get brushed by several things. That lizard got now. throw a stone in that guy. A lot of it is actually just gruesomely killing every enemy. Now we're gonna step up the game. We're gonna be haunted by 2 stones at the same time. I've seen Indiana Jones do that. Fastest levels are those where you don't have to wait for platforms, stones or spirals. Those are the enemies and objects we really want to avoid as much as possible. So there was actually a reason why I moved back and cracked that ground there. Otherwise this stone block would have fallen off before I got to the platform. Oh, I have to restart. Here I actually have to wait for the stones a few times before moving. And let's go after the last key. Excuse me. Where'd that come from? But yeah, that was the last key. Meaning we're done, eh? If anything would ever go that smoothly. Now we're coming to the only unskippable cutscene in the entire game. So to speak. If you wanna call it a cutscene then again. I don't know if it's world record place actually. Might as well be. Though I failed the Tower of Blades at the top of it, so that lost me quite a lot of seconds. So I don't think so. But yeah, here's also a mechanic, like I told on the earlier levels, that moving back and forth to make the platforms instantly jump to place. I'm gonna use that a lot in this level. And also, I could do a lot moving in the dark, but I do not remember this level at all, and I not want to move extra soon here, because after here, if I move back into that door now, I have to do everything over again, try a path over again. It's not much, but it's still slow than just doing it right in the first try. Yeah, here comes now the mechanic that I will start moving back and forth a lot just to get these pillars up as fast as possible. That might have seemed like an unnecessary jump there as well, but it's fully necessary to get this path done. But yeah. We're in the Maze of Spirits, now gonna be introduced to the second strongest weapon in the game, Torch. This makes you, Lara, pretty much invulnerable to any enemies there is. Introduce a new puzzle mechanic, of course, making him able to move backwards if you walk towards them, if they can move backwards. That is. Soon we're gonna come to one of my levels that has been a bane of many of my runs. So I messed it up more than once. Yeah, this one. I believe I've gotten it down. Purely by spite of not being able to do it in the first try. It's also a very interesting level, because I don't have an optimal pushing route for these blocks yet. I'm just moving them around. I'm just trying a new strategy that I already messed up, so it's fine. Everything goes according to plan. Because what you want to do is you want to drag objects also as little as possible. There's probably someone who got more time on their hands or is smarter than me that can think out the optimal pushing route for those. Still, that's level 2, and that's probably the longest level if in the game, if that's not one of the boss fight. It is also an annoying level because you have to wait for 3 spiders to move completely before you can move again, making everything pretty slow. Yeah, I know, missed input got eaten because these spiders are so damn slow. Same with pushing blocks, it's the same. Makes it a bit annoying. Okay, here again we have to wait for platforms, because everybody likes to wait in a speedrun, right? That's the best thing. I hope I don't have this one. This is also a level I've had some troubles with, mostly because I'm starting to hesitate how to do it. Not because I've done it wrong, just because I hesitated. Ah, I messed up a bit, but well. That's what I want to do. Yeah, my input got wrong by some reason. Oh well. Still, this world is not too long, but it got quite a lot of unnecessary or long levels. Okay, here's also I didn't know the strat. I usually go that way back to the beginning by some reason. I never thought about going back where the continuation of the level is. It took way too long to notice. So at least like half a second I could spare there. Also soon comes a level where I actually... It's a bit confusing, but with a lot of arrow traps and snakes. Well, and also a torch. But we're not gonna use the torch because it's unnecessary. We don't want to be slower than we have to. Slower needs his sleep anyway, so we're gonna go fast. It's also a level up. This level I really like because it's so compact and still quite a lot of puzzles. Yeah, we got a few levels left. 2 of them are really short. I don't have to do anything. But yeah, that was the place I talked about. We pretty much didn't do anything with the torch. We could get a torch if we want a torch, but we don't want a torch. And also it's... we're working towards saving some animals, so we are only killing the ones who are actually now away. The rest can go on with their daily lives, being human eating lizards and stuff. Everything else is calculated as acceptable casualties. Here's also one of the only elevators we'll ever wait for. Because moving back and forth in this does not help at all, really. I'm not sure, it might save like split second or something, but still. Now we got an interesting level, it's just wolf blades. Just a shit ton of saw blades on a wall. Alright. I have to go back there, otherwise the lizard will kill me with this arrow trap up here. Up here instead. Would not be nice of him. So I have to finish him off. Go. And now we're coming to the Throne of Ancients, which means boss fight. It's a Square Enix game, so it's a boss fight. The thing is, if you walk in front of these orange marked paths, the Queen of Snakes will attack you. And she stays on the path for one turn. I have to move back and forth to avoid her. Otherwise it's just you're gonna hurt her a few times before you find her. And you might have noticed that I stopped moving a moment there before jumping on the cracked ground, and that's actually because I have to wait for the Queen of Snakes to turn around. Again, which makes that you can actually overshoot that area pretty easily. Here we do the fancy stuff, just to show off the snakes. Yeah, like I said, I do not want that to happen because it cost me about a second or so each time she does it. It's fully randomized if she does it on me. I hope I'm not waking everybody up. It's an interesting level because you got choices, a lot of choices, but we just gotta put it all the way over here and down again. So that's actually the only one that works. And that's the first part of the boss fight done. Now we're going to the Queen of Venom. This is level I probably had the hardest time completing. Also worth noting that the Queen of Venom is the slowest enemy in the game. She always attacks last. For good reason, otherwise she would not be able to complete this puzzle. It is also a very interesting one because... Oh. Apparently I messed up a cycle somewhere around there. Which means the saw blades were in the wrong positions and I died. This is the cycle I wanted to have. The backup stats were not good. Yeah, also here's the thing. I activate the arrow trap, but I immediately also close it, because otherwise it will be activated while I walk past, and that's not good. Now we're gonna move a little bit. Here's why the spear is the strongest weapon in the game. When you're right, you're right. You sure about it? You be on left. Yeah, that's why the spear is the strongest weapon in the game. Like, I've dropped stones on her, I've shot her with arrow traps, I've cut her with saw blades, but the thing that kills her is of course the spear. Like one spear and that's it. And here's some more unskippable cutscenes. I don't have to do anything, just wait for Lara to finish climbing. Or more or less wait for the camera to move completely done. Because I cannot start moving before the camera stops. Now I can start moving. Here we go. We got it. Got it, boys. We got the Atlas of Belmont. Poor snake. Well, she kind of tried to eat us on several occasions. Yeah, we got the treasure. Can anybody guess what happens now? Shit breaks. And now we're on this last rule of the game. 3 levels, not that long. I stopped more than once. Also, I gotta remember to go down first and then pull the lever because this is, I think it's a 7-turn lever. I can only move 7 turns before the door closes. It's a very interesting level because I gotta walk in front of this snake before I have the torch, but it's still counts as I have the torch, so they will move away. We don't deal with spiders because spiders are slow. No cake. Not yet, at least. Oh, there I got the frame perfect start input, at least. This one. Here I hesitated a bit how to do this level, but it worked out fine. Also, time is coming up. Well, I'm the 2nd level, so time is on the 3rd, of course. I just gotta say time it's easier because you will not see when I actually end this run. That will be totally cast into the dark. So I actually end the run before you see I end the run. Again, the mechanic at that, I can move before the camera has actually moved position. Because Lara spawns before anything else. So yeah. Gets ready on time. That's time. That's it, folks. That's it. Done. There's actually one movement you have to do when you come into this area, but I do that when the camera is not done in position yet, so... And also, people, that's a new world record. I think that's... I gotta check this out, because that's quite a lot better than my PB, I think. Yeah, that's... that's 43 seconds faster than my world record. That's 43 fucking seconds, mates. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, what did I do? Oh, god damn it. Why does this keep happening? When no one's watching, of course, of course. But yeah. So I have to run this game a few more times, apparently. Because I can still cut a few seconds off this run, apparently, and get even better world record. Sub 38 hype is coming close. But anyways, that's my run. And that's next we're gonna do a Mega Man 1 race. A 3-man race on Mega Man 1. And I don't know, am I gonna take over that? Restream or you gonna do it slow? Anyways, if you wanna see me try to beat this run, the exclamation mark run a command should give you a link to my Twitch. Anyways, that's it for me.